Hold on to your seats, Emmerdale fans, because tonight's episode is a serious roller coaster of emotions. We've been watching with worried hearts as John Sevden's behavior grows more and more concerning, and in tonight's installment, he crosses a line that will leave you truly speechless. We know John has managed to pull Aaron Dingle away from the support of the village, isolating him in a secluded cottage. And if that wasn't enough to set off alarm bells, he's also keeping Mac Boyd hidden away in a bunker nearby. It's a situation that feels increasingly tense and dangerous. Well, that tension explodes tonight. In a moment of shocking honesty, John visits Mac and reveals he's been digging through his phone. While a terrified Mac is desperate for news of his wife, Charity, John is completely fixated on something else. A message from Aaron. John reveals that Aaron reached out to Mac, asking for advice about reconnecting with Robert and even questioning if his relationship with John was a mistake. For a man like John who needs total control, this confession from Aaron is the ultimate betrayal. Instead of seeing it as a cry for help from a confused man, John sees it as a problem he needs to fix, and his method is absolutely terrifying. He lays out a new plan for Mac, and it's here that the storyline takes its most disturbing turn yet. John confesses he intends to spike a glass of whiskey with a powerful substance and deliberately trick Aaron into drinking it. The goal? To make Aaron so unwell that he has no choice but to rely on John completely. This isn't about love, it's about possession. John spells it out himself. Aaron has to see how much he needs me, because no matter how many times he says the words, I don't think he means them. Not anymore, not since he came back. But he will, I will make sure of it. It's a heartbreaking moment because we all know Aaron is in a vulnerable place, and the one person who should be his safe haven is actively plotting to make him feel weaker. Mac, terrified, tries to talk sense into him, desperately pointing out how incredibly dangerous this is, especially given what happened to Nate. But John is too far gone to listen. This is a pivotal moment in this already intense storyline. We're left watching in suspense, hoping against hope that someone can break through to John or that Aaron realizes the truth before it's too late. It's a powerful and emotional look at the devastating impact of manipulation and the desperate need for control. The true horror of John's plan isn't just in the act itself, but in the twisted affection that frames it. He genuinely believes he's saving his relationship, that by breaking Aaron down, he can rebuild him into the perfect devoted partner. This warped perception of love is what makes the storyline so chillingly relatable to anyone who has ever witnessed the slow, insidious creep of control in a relationship. It's a stark reminder that the most dangerous prisons aren't made of concrete and steel, but of whispered doubts, isolation, and manipulated dependency. Our hearts break for Aaron, who was caught in this web, feeling more alone than ever. His message to Mac was a fleeting moment of clarity, a tiny reach for the real world he's been pulled away from. Now John is systematically ensuring that flicker of independence is snuffed out. The thought of Aaron in his most vulnerable state, being tricked by the very person he's been taught to trust, is almost too much to bear. It raises the terrifying question, if he can't trust John, who can he trust? And then there's Mac, trapped underground and forced to be a silent witness to this nightmare. His desperation is palpable. He's not just fighting for his own freedom anymore, he's now the only one who knows the imminent danger Aaron is in. He becomes our voice in that bunker, screaming into the void about the insanity of it all, utterly powerless to stop the train barreling down the tracks. Tonight's episode promises to be a masterclass in tension. As John sets his cruel plan into motion, every second will feel like an eternity. Will someone from the village, Chaz or a worried Patty, sense that something is terribly wrong and finally piece together the clues? Or will John's isolating strategy prove successful, leaving Aaron with no one to turn to but the man causing his pain? This is more than just a soap storyline, it's a powerful and emotional narrative that tackles difficult themes with immense care. It's about the resilience of the human spirit when faced with overwhelming manipulation. We're left on the edge of our seats, hoping for a breakthrough, praying for a hero, and utterly invested in Aaron's safety. The emotional stakes have never been higher in the village.